No, Cyril is the founder of the Property Investors Awards, which has been in existence now for over 10 years. And I personally been a judge during that period, and really looking forward to this year's event, which takes place on the 30th of November. And Cyril, whereabouts is it taking place?
So this year it's at one of the most extravagant venues in London, Grosvenor House, Mayfair.
Wow.
That's JW Marriott, Grosvenor House, Mayfair.
So very prestigious
yes,
event.
Lovely. They've got a
venue.
lovely ballroom. We're going to have over 1,000 people there. It can actually take up to 1,800.
So there's space for growth.
Yes.
Well, let's not, the awards have grown substantially in the last 10 years since the first event that I can remember going to. And maybe 200 or 300 people then.
No. The first event that you went to had 100 people.
Right. Well, there we are. Time flies by when you're not having fun, or in the case, we've had a lot of fun in that period.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got the awards ceremony on the 30th November. In between that, of course, we've got nominations for entries for this year's awards, which are still open, aren't they?
They are. So people can still submit nominations and complete their applications up until the 31st of August.
31st of August. So that's not that many weeks ahead.
Not that many weeks ahead. Anybody who's interested in submitting an award can go to propertyinvestorsawards.co.uk/nominations.
propertyinvestorsawards.co.uk/nominate. Right. Okay, so there we are. If you've got a scheme, a property project, Cyril, there are so many categories that people can put forward. No, just touch on what people can enter.
Okay, so there are 22 categories, ranging from if you're just entering the property investment industry. So let's say you're new to property. There is New Property Investor of the Year. There's also, if you're quite young and investing in property, there's Young Property Investor of the Year. If you're on the other side of the spectrum, there is Property Investor of the Year, someone who's had a career in property and done some amazing things and have done a fantastic deal within the last 18 months or so. You can go for Property Investor of the Year. You can go for Commercial Developer of the Year.
Right.
You can go for Sustainable Property Investor of the Year. So if your property investments are focused on sustainability, I would urge you to put something forward for that. And then you can go for the ones that are more they're our most popular category. So you've got HMO Property Investor of the Year.
Yes.
And I believe we've got 3 HMO trophies to be won. So it's a very popular category if you want to go down that road.
I think as a judge, probably that's the category or group of categories that cause us the most time-consuming aspects of the 2 judging days. And that's judging inevitably a fairly large number of shortlisted nominations.
We do see some fantastic nominations, though, don't we?
We do, absolutely. I mean, the standard just goes up every year.
Every single year.
Yeah.
That's
So there we are. That's a summary of this year's Property Investors
Richard,
Awards.
I should say one more thing. So every year, you know this, when we first started the awards, do you remember? It wasn't an awards ceremony. The very first event was the Property Investors Christmas party.
That was it, it was, yeah.
That's right. So everybody turned up, not for the awards, but because they wanted to celebrate the growth that they've achieved in that year, celebrate the wins in that year, and look forward positively towards the next year.
Yes.
Do you know, statistically, every award ceremony we have, 50% of the people in that room are not just there to celebrate the awards, but there because that's still their end of year celebration.
There we are. It's not just about, it's getting to the end of the year and reflecting on your progress and reflecting on the progress of the industry and the sector that you're in, and also a great networking opportunity.
And being amongst inspiring property investors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
So there we are. Property Investors Awards this year, 30th of November.
30th of November, 1,000 plus people at the Grosvenor House in Mayfair.
And tickets, they still available?
Still available on the website, and I think the early bird tickets are still going. So if you want to get them cheaper than they will be in a few weeks from now, you can go and get them online at propertyinvestorsawards.co.uk.
There we are. You've got to be in it to win it.
You didn't mention it, Richard, but you said you're a judge. You are actually the chairman of the judging panel, and the only chairman that's ever existed in a lifetime of the Property Investors Awards. So if you're not going to say it, I certainly will.
Thank you, Cyril.
Okay.
Yeah, there we are. Thanks very much for your time today, Cyril.
And you too, Richard. Always a pleasure.